Hi, and welcome back. We will start this lesson with a question, and the question is the following. Take a few moments and write down the organizations that come to your mind that were the most successful in the past decade. I bet that many of you write down tech companies like Apple, like Amazon, maybe even Microsoft, Netflix, Salesforce. But there are also a lot of non-tech organizations that have thrived in the past decade. Some of those organizations are known, like Buurtzorg, if you have read the book Reinventing Organizations. But others are less known, like Handelsbanken, like Morningstar, or like Haier in China. We will explore several of these organizations throughout this course as short case studies. My intention here is that many of the organizations are not necessarily coming from the tech sector. So the common denominator for success in the past decade does not necessarily have to be tech. We will identify that the common denominator in most of these organizations is something else. And that leads us to our second question. What do you think was, and maybe still is, the reason for these organizations' success? Again, take a few moments for yourself, maybe even pause this video and write those reasons down. You probably wrote down customer centricity. Maybe you wrote down innovation. Maybe you wrote down time to market for those innovations, like speed in the organization. Maybe you wrote down operational excellence. Some of you might have even written down leadership or a founder's mentality. All of these aspects are correct. We will explore the topic of leadership and innovation as two things that are closely related to each other. When we look at innovation as one of the key success factors for organizations in the past decade and beyond, we probably think of companies like Tesla, like Apple, and Amazon. In the following videos, in the following lessons, we will look at each of those companies with a brief case study. But we will also have a dedicated lesson where we look at innovation in itself. What type of innovations exist and how do they differ in terms of impact with regards to an organization's success. I will see you in our next video with our first case study.